To help plan for your activities in the coming days, here are your short-term and long-term forecasts for your region. Here's one of your favorite local forecast tunes from 2003. Stay tuned for more in-depth coverage of today's weather headlines. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast is brought to you by the experts at your Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac dealer.
The parade of snowstorms continued in New Brunswick on Friday. Fresh off a nor'easter that delivered up to 30 centimeters of snow last weekend, an additional 25 centimeters fell into early this morning. The intense low-pressure system has also brought wind gusts over 100 kilometers an hour to Newfoundland. The messy weather was also seen in Ontario on Friday. A low coming from Lake Michigan brought cool air, resulting in a rain-snow mix for many areas. In northern Ontario, driving was difficult as up to 10 centimeters fell. Across the Atlantic, there was no escaping strong wind gusts and heavy rain. Some areas of western Scotland saw over 100 millimeters of rain in just 24 hours, while wind gusts of 100 kilometers an hour generated massive waves. The drive home from work can be a tedious affair, but for Western Japan there was some excitement Monday as a sparkling light raced across the evening sky. The light was most likely a fireball meteor that ignited upon entering the Earth's atmosphere. Any fragments most likely ended up in the sea. Stay with us here at the Weather Network. Your weekend weather outlook is coming up.
Time for Around the World in 60 Seconds, and we start in Sunset View Beach, Saskatchewan. If you're a skier or snowmobiler, the first snow of the season is a welcome sight. If you don't like winter, well, not so much, especially if it accumulates like it did in Marks Day, Ontario recently. It was a rainy Halloween in southern Ontario, and it snowed in the Nickel Belt. In Owen Sound, this homeowner spared no expense to thrill trick-or-treaters. There were creature comforts to be had at Halloween as well, quite literally. This squirrel in Ottawa didn't think twice about tucking into some fresh pumpkin seeds, even if it meant getting his snout messy. No messy muzzles here. Here's to another contribution from viewer Norma Leslie. On a more serene note, these images look like they were taken right out of a painting. If you'd like to see your videos on Around the World, send them to me on Twitter, Facebook, or upload them to theweathernetwork.com. The best ones will appear in next week's Around the World in 60 Seconds.
We love those videos. All right, shifting our attention now to the active weather across the country. What you're looking at are current cloud tops. So the deeper the shade, the more likely it's producing precipitation. And it could be a lot of it, right? Because the shades are actually signifying how high those cloud tops are. Okay, so we're seeing plenty of precipitation across the west, really. Alberta being pummeled with freezing rain and snow. And to the west, it's more about the winds, but there still is precipitation there as well. All right, let's go to Ontario, where we've been getting the snow. This was yesterday, but it continues today to the north. Not heavy amounts, but it's there. And we've been seeing through the Nickel Belt, well, a fair amount, close to 15 centimeters of snow in some places. So what's the first week of November, second week of November shaping up like? So there's that low. It eventually dissipates. And early next week, Ontario gets another system. And then temperatures fall well into the middle of the week. Same thing goes for you in the east. You're going to see that system midweek, and then your temps, they're going to drop like a rock. We're talking about freezing mark around there. Speaking of freezing, oh, it's about to get really cold for you in Alberta, that's for sure. Today's been quite active. We already have a good 5 centimeters on the ground and some more to come. We do have snowfall warnings in effect for this area, but once these lows pass, we're not going to be seeing a whole lot happening for the prairie provinces as well as Alberta and even BC for some time, but it's going to be cold. More on your weather story coming up.
Keep the forecast at your fingertips. Download the Weather Network app at your favorite app store.